In today's video, we're going to be looking at the American Express Platinum Card's new $30 credit and how it impacts your equation if you're someone considering this card. Before we dive into this though, big favor is to give this a thumbs up, and if you're someone who likes stuff like this, consider subscribing. We'll start off with the basics, look into some questions that you probably have, the equation side, and then some other additional questions. American Express is partnering with PayPal until June 30th of 2021, and you're going to earn a $30 statement credit per month when using the Platinum Card or a Centurion card. Reminder that these credits are use it or lose it, so you can't wait until June to have $180 worth of credits. As of right now, the business version of the Platinum Card is not part of this, but the personal versions such as the Charles Schwab, Morgan Stanley, and Goldman Sachs should be. If this changes, I'll pin a comment down below, so double check that. This works only for purchases in US dollars through US PayPal accounts. If you have authorized users, they can use this benefit as well, but it's going to be one shared balance. So whether you're just by yourself as one card holder or whether it's you plus 3 authorized users, it's still going to be a $30 credit per month. It's similar to the other credits where they can use it as well, but it's still just one. You do not need to enroll in this. All you need to do is to add your Platinum Card into your PayPal account and then use that card for checkout. Be careful though, there are a lot of exclusions, but I think most of them are pretty reasonable. Purchasing or reloading prepaid gift cards does not work. Neither does purchasing gift cards. And obviously person-to-person payments, even for goods and services, do not count for this. Typical disclaimer that this can take up to 12 weeks for statement credits to post, but in the past for other credits, it's typically 2 to 5 business days, and I'm expecting it's going to be the same thing here. So with the basics out of the way, let's answer some obvious questions. Just because gift cards are not allowed, is that really going to be true? So for this one, unlike the other credits, I'd be very hesitant to mess with this. With something like the travel incidental credit, I get why people try to jump through different hoops to use it because it's such a difficult credit to use. If they claw back the travel incidental credit, you're not going to feel great about it, but if you had no other use for it anyways, then it's still better than nothing. PayPal one is such a low bar and it works for so many different transactions. I would personally feel pretty stupid if I did some tricky stuff to do $30 times 6 months, that's $180. And then in July, if they decide to claw that back because they feel like what I did was not appropriate. If I can pretty easily get the value anyways, it's not worth risking $180. So one of the interesting questions is stacking. So if you use Pay with PayPal on Saks, does that trigger both the Saks credit as well as this $30 PayPal credit? I'm guessing not, but let me know down below if you tried this out and your experience with this. The safer way, ironically, for people who have Saks gift cards, because a lot of people do, might be to do multiple payments. So let's say you do a Saks card for $50, another one for $50, and then Pay with PayPal as the final bit. So 50 plus 30 is 130 in total. And if you have those Saks transactions anyways, and you're going to go up to that amount, then it makes a lot of sense. I'd also recommend checking out something like Rakuten because oftentimes they give you something like 10x back or maybe 15x back. Right now, as of filming this, it's 10x back for Saks. On their site, it says 10%, and that's fine if you want cash back, but you can actually link your American Express card and earn MR points. If you're new to Rakuten, I'll leave a referral link down below. So where can you even use this? I feel like most online stores, whether they're small ones or whether they're big ones, are going to take this. There's some obvious exceptions such as Amazon as well as Costco, but if you look into Best Buy, Nike, all these other places, they oftentimes happily take this. So for me personally, it's probably going to be REI, Best Buy, as well as Target. And if you're someone who lives near a Walmart and you like shopping there, then that's an option as well. If you're someone who drinks Starbucks anyways, then that's an option. And if you have Uber Eats purchases that are larger than $15, you're using that $15 credit anyways, why not use PayPal to cover the rest of it or to cover that additional bit? And this isn't even including all the other smaller stores that you probably shop at that are a bit more niche. How much is this credit worth? I think it's fair to value it at $30 and then times it by 6 months, so $180. Unlike a lot of the other credits, I don't really think you need to discount this too much just because it's so easy to use. The Saks one is annoying because you're forcing yourself to shop there, but so many places take PayPal, so it's pretty much like cash to me. If you want to be pedantic, then you could argue that there's a 2% opportunity cost, so maybe it's $176 instead of $180. Before you rush out to apply for the Platinum Card, I would strongly recommend checking Card Match to see if you have a targeted offer for 100,000 points or 125,000 points. So normally these offers are targeted towards people who are not customers with American Express, but recently it looks like that's changed. They've also been aggressively targeting people every week or so, so I'd strongly recommend checking that before rushing out to apply. 125 compared to the 75K public offer is a 50,000 point difference, and that to most people should be worth something around $600 to $1,000 in value. And that's the marginal difference between those offers, which seems pretty real to me. I'll leave a card match link in the description box if you want to support the channel. If you're someone on the fence about this and you want to make sure that it actually makes sense for you, we do have a calculator that's on our website, AskSebby.com. I loaded this up with the 75K public offer, but feel free to obviously change this based off the one that you're considering. Again, for most people, I'd recommend waiting for that 100K or that 125K offer, but it's obviously up to you. For the calculator, you put in your spend as well as how you want to redeem those points, and then how you value the other normal credits. There's also a section for limited time credits below this with other benefits. For 99% of people, the card is going to make sense in the first year given the way it's structured. As long as you can hit that minimum spend, you're going to get value. The bigger question is going to be year 2, and you need to see if it makes sense for you then, just because this is going to be a keep or cancel credit card, or maybe get a retention offer card. The reason I say this is because yes, you can downgrade to the green card or the gold card, but that locks you out of those bonuses and it doesn't really make sense. American Express, per the terms, has a once in a lifetime language, so by downgrading, you're technically losing out on upwards of 50 to 60, 70,000 points for no reason. And you still have to pay an annual fee, so it doesn't really make sense to me. With other issuers such as Chase, Bank of America, as well as Citi, you can actually circle back for the same bonus every 2 years. That's generally why I recommend doing American Express towards the end, once you start all those other clocks, and then also waiting for an increased offer, because you can only get that once, you might as well get the highest offer possible. Again, card match link down below, and if you want to learn about other American Express cards or cards from any other issuer, we have links on our website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. Make sure the links are competitive, but very easy way to support the channel. Moving into the fun part, what are my predictions for the other American Express cards? I think for the Business Platinum, it feels like they have to add something because of this precedent. With the other cards, if people complain, then they could say, well, it's not a Platinum card, but this is still technically a flavor of the Platinum. My guess is that it's going to be an extension of that Dell credit where they're doubling it again for the first half of 2021, and then they'll probably find another partner to foot the bill for those other credits. My rationale for this is that I think American Express was the one footing the bill for the wireless as well as the shipping credit, and they don't really want to foot the bill. They want to find someone else to pay for it. I would not be surprised if we see a $30 FedEx or UPS credit, or more likely a $30 Staples or Office Max credit. I'm leaning towards the office stores, but we'll see what happens. For the green card, I wouldn't be surprised if they find a partner to foot $10 a month, but I'm leaning towards them doing nothing. Hopefully I'm wrong though for those people with the green card, because more is obviously better. For the gold card, I'm not expecting anything at all, and people are going to get angry with this. My rationale is that if they didn't do anything in 2020, then it's very unlikely for them to do anything in 2021. The argument here is that the core premise of the gold card is fundamentally not affected. Most people have the gold card because of supermarket grocery spend or for dining out. Even if you're not dining out as much, you're probably doing either more takeout or more supermarket purchases. You still have to eat, and I don't think that has fundamentally changed. For the Platinum card, so much of the value was around travel that I feel like they have to do something. Again, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they find a dining partner to give a $10 or $20 credit per month, but I just don't really see that happening. For the other cards like the Delta, Hilton, as well as the Marriott cards, Hilton and Bonvoy can make their respective credits easier to use for grocery stores, and I think people would appreciate that. Delta one, I don't really see what they can do, because it's not really like you can use the companion certificate for another purchase. If you buy a computer, you get a second one for free or something. That's not really how it works, and I don't think they would foot that bill. They'll probably play it by ear and just keep extending that more than anything. At the end of the day, I'm not surprised that they're adding credits here first, and I think it makes a lot of sense just because this is their flagship card and they make most of their money here. Unlike a lot of other issuers, American Express makes most of their money from swipe fees, so they want people who are spending a lot of money and ideally not getting as many points back. Per American Express's Departures magazine, the average household income of Platinum and Centurion card members is $741,000. So that's a pretty high number, and I'm definitely pulling that number down. The people that they love are the ones who only use the Platinum card for all of their transactions and ideally put somewhere like 5 or 6 figures on those cards. They really want to keep these people happy for obvious reasons. I feel like there's a lot of people who have the gold card who are more expected value oriented, and I think American Express tolerates those people, but you're definitely not the priority. If anything, I wouldn't be surprised that the gold card is a loss leader, so they lose money on it, and they're just using it to bring people into their ecosystem. So with all that out of the way, let me know what you think about this credit. Do you like it? Do you hate it? And what do you think will happen to those other cards? I'm hoping for more credits, but I want to keep it realistic. If you know anyone with the Platinum card, either share this video with them or tell them about the credit, just because I want to make sure that everyone uses it and doesn't leave money on the table. As always, give it a thumbs up and hopefully you guys liked it. See you guys next time.